Welcome, aloha. This is your Lemurian Tribe live session. And today is a very special day. I'm so grateful to have precious Marie Diamond visit us here. Marie, thank you for being here with us. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much. Aloha to all of you. And thank you so much, Ria, for having me here today.
Woohoo. See the hearts coming up. People are sharing their hearts with you. They're grateful. We're all grateful to have you here. We were already in the lounge and people were sharing about your app and how they want to declutter their lives and literally use the higher self vibration that we're all working on here in the Lemurian tribe in a way that it reflects in the home and it reflects in their life. So they're already tuned into what you are and what you're sharing. And I'm going to share a little bit about Marie's bio with you all. For the people who don't know Marie or who haven't heard about this, Marie is a globally transformational leader. So she works globally all over the world. She's a speaker and author featured in the worldwide phenomenon The Secret and several other motivational documentaries and in TV shows in several continents. The cool thing she has her own TV show now as well that just came out, and we're going to share in the recording as well her links below. If you're listening to the recording, all the links to Marie's wonderful offerings are below. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that TV show. She also has an amazing app that you can use, and we'll share more about that. She uses her extraordinary knowledge of energy, quantum physics, and the law of attraction, and ancient wisdom like meditation, Feng Shui, and dowsing to support individuals, organizations, and corporations to transform their success, financial situation, to transform their lives, their relationships, and for motivation and inspiration. How amazing is that? Yeah. So you can get her life right here, right in this moment. Strap yourself onto your seat, get present, and be absolutely available to what Marie has to share with us. This is gold. I love Marie, and we're friends and we're colleagues, and I just know she's so sincere and she lives what she talks. And that's why I'm grateful to have you here, Marie. The
Thank you so
stage
much,
is
Ria.
yours.
Thank you for all your wonderful words. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm going to hide myself and on you go.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Marie Diamond. As you heard from Aria, it's such a pleasure, such an honor to be with all of you in this Lemurian Tribe Live session. So, just a little bit background from me so you would understand where I'm coming from. So, I'm originally from Belgium, beautiful city Bruges. And I started really connecting in with the higher realms as a child. I was a clairvoyant child. I could see energy and chakras. And I had visits of the other realms coming in quite early, as late as I can remember. I was about 2 years, 3 years old. And then when I was 7, my ascended master came to me and really presented himself. And my ascended master is Saint Germain. And so he started teaching. He would come in and appear for me. He would start sharing information about meditation. I started studying meditation with him. He started teaching me about colors, how I could work with colors to shift the energy, because I was in a home, there was a lot of tension, a lot of physical, emotional, and mental abuse. So I need to really navigate all this. And I would say without meditation, I don't know how I would have done that. But then when I was 15, I had a near-death experience. I was run over by a truck and I left my body. I flatlined and I went to the other side. And there, the beings of light that I connected with told me that I had to go back because I was here to enlighten more than 500 million people. That was the request. And so I apparently agreed upon that, and I came back after a couple of days back into my body. And from that moment on, I started living from that experience. And so every day I would ask, how can I enlighten more than 500 million people, universe, God, show me how. That was like my request every day, and I still ask that request every morning when I wake up. So as a child, I always had a lot of dreams of past lives and things that have happened in the past. And definitely, I also had a lot of memories that showed up from Atlantis and the land of Mu. So there was all this visionary dreams I received. But after I was 15, that really changed and went to like even a deeper level. And one day I asked my spiritual teacher, I said to him, Saint Germain, can you tell me why did I attract this accident? Did I do something wrong? I know now it's part of my purpose to have had this experience. But at that moment, I was just searching because I was still quite ill. I had lost a lot of my memory capabilities. And he told me that I had bad feng shui. So I never heard of that word till that moment. And so I shared with him, like, what can I change? What is that? He said, it's the energy of your environment. So you need to really change to another bedroom. And so you need other colors around you, other images. And I was staying in the bedroom of my sister, and um, she had her paintings around, and I didn't like anything that was there. But it's like you have no choice at that moment, right? Um, so I moved into another bedroom. I changed it to colors that I still have today, peaches and oranges. I still paint my walls like this here because it always gives you joy when you work with peach and colors. And so I needed joy because I was depressed. I could barely study anymore. From a straight A student, became a straight F student. Um, I had no friends. I was bullied at school quite severely. And so I just needed joy in my life. I mean, I was spiritual, but I was just a lonely girl. And my life shifted around as I put other images around me, images of friends, images of love. I got my first boyfriend. The bully stopped bullying me. I started having friends. I became like, people started liking me. And it was a huge shift in just literally 1 month. And so that's my first experience of feng shui. And my feng shui continued this way. I didn't really learn more. I just got some basic information. And my master told me, when you're 30, I will come back to you on this. Meanwhile, he wanted me to really study, and I became a lawyer. And I studied criminology and management and business. And so I started working for the government in Belgium and later on for the European Union. And as I was doing that, I was continuing my meditations. I was continuing working on myself. I continued having all these dreams of things I had to do in the future. But I did not know even of the existence of a spiritual world outside of myself. I didn't know anybody till I was 27 that had this information. So when I was 27, I finally found people that connected with the same information you all know right now. And I also attracted a husband that was into meditation and into spirituality, and we got married. So when I was 30, I started really studying feng shui, and before I knew it, I started really consulting people about it. I studied in Malaysia with a grandmaster. So I'm a traditionally, classically trained feng shui master. I'm not trained in America. I don't follow the American Bagua system. I just really use the traditional feng shui information. And once I learned that, I was like, oh my God, this is the missing link, because I now understood what I had been doing for 15 years. I changed my room, I changed the colors, I changed the vibration, and I uplifted myself to a higher frequency, because the first room was a very low frequency and the other room had a high frequency. And because of that, I could heal, I could attract other things, I could manifest things, and I ultimately also reached at 26 an enlightenment experience, all by staying in that different space. So for me, that was like this huge aha that there are three parts of the law of attraction, of manifestation, as my grandmaster always shared. And that was the first part is your spiritual part. And we all already are connecting with that. You know, it's connect with our purpose, connect with our destiny, our karma. We are unfolding our karma, we're clearing our karma. And this is not just this lifetime, as you know, of course, these are past lifetimes, present and future, that we are clearing and we're learning our lessons and we are working on becoming an enlightened human being and to also ascend at a certain moment. So from that perspective, I knew I had been working on that since I was 7. So I was like, okay, that's really good, right? I always say there's about 33% of your manifestation luck, working on releasing your karma and following your purpose. The second part is what we call the human luck. And the human luck is you come into this world with talents, with gifts, with challenges. And so you are working on that with your mindset, with your behavior, with the way you live your life, with taking actions. So that part is what the self-help, the self-development since the 70s is really working on. And that is very important, but it's not 100%. Like a lot of uh, teachers also in the law of attraction say it's all about the mindset. Yeah, but then they forget the spiritual part. And they are focusing so much on that that they still feel people getting stuck. They are not manifesting what they want because they forget about the spiritual part of themselves. They don't clear their karma. But my Feng Shui master is the last part, and that's the part of what we call your environment. And so when your soul is born, it comes into a certain environment. That certain environment is not only your family, it's also your location. And your location is literally where you are born. So one of the things that I experienced is that, um, by changing my environment, that I was tapping into that last part of, manifestation. And your environment, your earth luck is really responsible for manifesting 33%. And so it's like your temple. Your home is your temple. Your home is also giving you information nonstop. And I'm sure most of you have felt that already. You come into a place and energetically you're like, I like this place. This is a high vibration. And then you go to another place and you're like, oh, I'm not staying here because there's something low, there's something energetically wrong. And so you leave that space. And so, but what if you can create a space where you're always focusing on getting all the success and abundance, that you also have good relationships, you have wonderful health, and you have an enlightened life. So what I learned from my Feng Shui master and working with my spiritual master, Saint Germain, was like, we need a home that has a high frequency because we don't all have the space and the time and the money to go to temples in the East, to go to beautiful islands like Hawaii. Like we need to also have a space around us that has a high frequency. And so that is what I experienced over the years, that energetically, I need to surround myself with a high vibrational field. So when we look at traditional feng shui, we can do several things with that. And though the first step is, of course, we need to create harmony and balance. And that is why we always start with decluttering by creating space, by creating a void where positive energy can come in. And I always say start with your bedroom because at night, that's when you go to the higher realms in a natural way. If your home and your space around you where you sleep has a lot of clutter, has a lot of chaos, then your soul cannot even give you information at night. You cannot go to the higher fields to tap in, to connect in with your masters, to connect in with your guides, to wake up in the morning with new information, to be re-energized. Of course, if you are meditating somewhere and you would meditate where there's chaos around you, you have to understand our subconscious mind is tapping into everything we see and feel. So not just what we see consciously, but in the subconscious experience. So the chaos, if you come into your home and there's chaos there, then don't be surprised. It's like I said, it's like you are bringing God with you because you are God within you anyhow. So if God within you sees chaos, it will be mirroring it back into a life of chaos, and you will not get the intuition, you will not get the alignment that you need, because we need to align our heaven, our human, and our earth luck to really reach a new level of our frequencies. So just imagine, I know you would love to probably all be with Arya in Hawaii, but what if your home has that frequency, that high frequency of Hawaii, or for the land of Mu, right? Or the Lemurian energy. So we can actually do that by following some ancient traditional systems, because Feng Shui is a Chinese energy system, but I do believe really comes from the time that the Lemurian frequencies and vibrations were still there, that there were energy systems that have been passed on to other cultures. And I do believe the space knowledge has been passed on definitely to the Chinese, because they tapped into it and they could understand. And I believe the Feng Shui masters were, first of all, shamans, yeah, that were connected with the land and could see the land and could understand the vibration of the land and the earth magnetism. So how can we become very practical in that? Of course, we can start decluttering, but you also have to understand that based on your birthday and your birth gender, because connect with your original DNA, there are some frequencies that are stronger for you. And what are frequencies is also air. Yeah, so air, the wind is a frequency, and it's one of the 5 elements. We sometimes call that the element metal in Feng Shui. And we have other elements like water, like fire, wood, and earth energy. But Feng Shui literally means wind and water. So tapping into the chi, the wind energy that is all around us, yeah, and connecting with the water, because without wind, breathing is also wind, and without water, we can actually not survive. If we don't can breathe, then literally we die within a few minutes, right? So when we don't have water, that's also the element we need to really survive. So Feng Shui is literally making sure there's 2 original chi systems that we need, wind and water, to survive, to live, to thrive, that this is always in balance. So how can we find that out? So you can go and download your free app, and you can go to, and we're going to put that link in to the recording notes. You can go and put in the word Marie Diamond on the App Store or the Google Play Store. And once you do that, you will be asked to put in your birthday and your birth gender. As I said, connects with your original DNA. Once you have done that, it will calculate, and it's not numerology, there's a mathematical formula, because Feng Shui is really mathematics. It connects in with algorithms of the earth vibration. And so once you do that, you will get an energy number between 1 and 9, -5, yeah? And so if you click on that, you will see it will give you an archetype, and it'll give you all kinds of videos that you can tap into. But what is the most important one is the diamond compass. So when you click on the diamond compass, you will get a compass. Yeah. Now my compass will be different than a compass for another number. Of course, they all indicate north, but you will see that there are indications where it's the strongest frequencies for you. So my strongest frequency for me personally, and that is since I'm born till at the moment I pass on, is southwest. So southwest is indicated as success energy. And my relationship is in pink, indicated west. My northwest is my health, and my northeast is my wisdom. So success is all about manifesting abundance, your career, your soul purpose. Your relationship is how to activate to have good and healthy relationships, both professional, both personal, but also to help to clear your karma with all your relationships. Your health vibration is to make sure you have a good, healthy, vibrant life, but also to clear everything about your karmic health. And your wisdom is all your connection to connecting with your guides, with your education, with God, with whatever you choose to believe in. Now you will see there are some empty areas too, right? This is where your chi is not strong. Yeah. So what people do is, first of all, you hold your compass in the center of your room. It doesn't matter which direction, it's a compass, it always will come back perfectly in the right system. So you hold your compass in the center of the room and then you focus where is your success direction. So my success direction for me is actually behind me. I can't see it as I'm speaking, and I will explain you why. But what I have there are, for example, my books, like my latest book, Feng Shui Your Life, is available on Amazon and on Kindle. But I also have there my awards. I also have there, anything of goals. You can put there a journal, you can put there a vision board, you can put there a logo of your company. So, or books on things that are successful or that inspire you for success and abundance. In my relationship direction, when I would point at it, it's actually over there. We can't see it in this video. But what I have there, I have, first of all, an image of my family because my family supports me even in my business, right? I have a picture of my team. I also have a globe because I'm connecting globally. I have 2 million students online in more than 190 countries. So I cannot put images of all of them, but I can put a globe there. And as I'm looking at the globe and spinning the globe every day, I connect consciously with all my students and beyond. And people that perhaps will hear me speak like today in the Lemurian tribe. So I have there anything that represents relationships for me. Yeah. So that being done, I then also activate it with certain colors. Yeah. And so you will see that in your compass, there are colors on the outside. So, for example, the colors for success for me are kind of pink. So I always have something pink there. And the colors for my relationship are more whites or creams. So depending, like that's why, and gold. So that's why today I wore cream and gold for you because I thought it was a really good color for the Lemurian tribe. And so I work with colors also around me. Now, depending on your energy number, you will have different colors, you will have different directions. So as you're activating that in your space, always focus on the place where you work, the place where you live, the place where you meditate, the place where you are sleeping. So activate that. Now, you can work with colors, but you also can work with images or things you place there because your home is not only a temple, it is a subconscious three-dimensional vision board. Everything around you is affecting you nonstop. So these are a few tips you can have, but you also, in meditation, you can face and look at these directions to have immediately higher frequency. What we have seen is that when people face one of their good directions, that within a few seconds, their brain waves will go from beta brain waves, where we're focusing more on fear, on survival. It will go into alpha brain waves that we're focusing on creativity, on future, on solutions. And the longer you sit in a certain direction, the more you will go into theta and delta frequencies. So your brain waves will shift. So that is why you also, when you do meditation, you can face, that means you're sitting, you're looking at that direction. If you're laying down in meditation, you need to make sure your head, the top of your head, your crown chakra, is the sleeping or laying towards that direction to have this frequency. But when you're sitting up, you look with your third eye towards that direction. So for example, if I do work on meditations or clearing about my success and abundance, I will focus towards my success direction. If I work on my healing of my body, my emotions, my mindset, I focus towards my health direction. If I focus towards clearing about my relationships, I will sit towards my relationship direction. So I just take my body and focus that direction. When I focus on connect with my master, my to really go into karma clearing, then and connecting in, for example, with past lives, I would focus on my wisdom direction. When you're doing that, you're tuning in to the right frequency for each one of you. Okay, so this is one of the things you can do. So another step I would suggest, especially if you want to attract more abundance, more, I would say, recognition for who you are, especially if you're in the field, a professional field, and you feel like people don't see your light enough and they don't respond enough to you, make sure that you are sitting in a position when you're working, when you're online, when you're having a dinner, when you work and you talk to somebody, sit in a position that you see the door. So right now I'm speaking to you, but I see where the door is. Yeah. But I also would love for you to see the door. That's one thing. And to sit in one of your good directions. So right now, if I would sit facing my success direction, I would sitting with my back to the door. And I don't want to do that because then I don't see the flow of energy coming in if people would walk into my space. And you say, well, Marie, you're online. I said, yeah, but it could be my husband, could be anyone. Energetically, you need to be in what we call the power position. So I'm facing right now my wisdom direction, what is perfect because I'm teaching. When you're teaching, your wisdom direction is always a good one to face. So these are like some simple steps you can work with to really realign your home to make sure that you are connecting the most with that earth luck. And so I've been doing this work for 30 years. It also brought me to be, for example, to be in the secret, right? So I put in my success direction a vision board and put on it, I'm going to be in a movie seen by millions of people that will transform the world. And literally, that is what happened. I got into The Secret, and The Secret, as a movie and as a book, has already reached more than 500 million people. So my original message I received is already in place. But of course, if I want to manifest something, I always put it in my success direction. And I can put it as a post-it note, I can put it as a journal. I put everything there that I want to manifest. So last year I wanted to manifest to go mainstream with Feng Shui. And so I created a television show. I am now on Tubi, that is a Fox streaming platform. So that is definitely mainstream America. And after that, we'll go and stream it on Discovery Channel in the next months. So this is again mainstream. So for me, that is one of my biggest purposes right now, because I do believe that a lot of people are awakening up, but they don't have an awakened home. A lot of people are spiritually focused and aligned, but they don't have a spiritual frequency in their home. And so I've seen so many times when somebody is awakened, but their family is not awakened, and they start implementing this beautiful feng shui, because this is feng shui to enlighten your home. And so as you're raising the vibration of it, you literally start seeing that people around you start opening up easier. And so you have an awakened family, and people come into your home and they will be like, there's something about your home. Like yesterday, a friend came in. She has no idea really what I do to my home. And so she's like, oh, I don't know. You have such a happy home. I love being here. I can't leave this place. And I said, yeah, but this is an feng shui home. Yeah. So people feel so much more in harmony and in balance. And because of that, they literally go to a higher level of themselves. So this is something I want to share, and I'm open to do some Q&A right now. And then afterwards, we're going to do an energy session where I'm going to help you to space clear energetically your home and raise the vibration of your space. So I'm ready for some Q&As. So I don't know how that works, Aria. Is that just I'm reading the chat, or you come on board? So please enlighten me on this. Yeah. So I think there's already one question here. When I want to use the compass to know the location, should I stand with my home door behind me to find the directions, or how? So, well, the first thing you just need to do is stand in the center of the space. Yeah. So when you stand in the center of the space that you want to look at, that can be a living room, can be your bedroom, can be your office. So you stand in the center, you hold the compass. Yeah. Now, it doesn't matter if you turn around, you will see the compass will turn, right? So the compass will turn and always be in the right direction because it's a compass. Yeah. So you just hold the space and then see what is there. So the first thing is always declutter the area that you see is your success direction. Yeah, because if you see there's clutter there, then you're stopping your success. If you have in your wisdom direction a lot of chaos there, then literally you're stopping your enlightened path. Yeah, so you don't have to stand literally in at your door. You just stand in the center of your space. That's the first steps I would love for you to do. Hi, Aria.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much. This is so enlightening. Absolutely amazing. Gosh, can't wait to implement what you're sharing more and more, you know. And here's Nikki. She has a question, and I can just bring
Uh,
everybody on stage for you if you like.
okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Marie, so happy to see you. I have a few
Thank
questions.
you.
I have
Okay.
your app, and one of the questions I have is I have my bedroom, my bed head was facing the sea because I wanted to wake up to see the sea, but that's in the west. So based on the app, I turned it around, but I don't have a bed head, but my bed head now is the window. I know
Okay.
that I might be losing energy, so I'm wondering if I'm hindering the flow of energy by having my bed head towards the
Okay.
window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good question. So the first step, even in a bedroom, is that you need to make sure that you're seeing the door. So from when you're waking up, like you're stepping out of your bed, do you
Mhm.
see the door? That's my
Yeah.
first question. Okay.
Yes,
So
I do.
you're in a power position. That's the first thing. The second thing you try to do, it's not always possible because depending on how the room is laid out, is that you would love to make sure you sleep with your head towards a good direction. Yeah. But for example, you're with a partner, it's possible it's good for one person, but the other partner cannot sleep in the right direction. Yeah. So if you can, that's a good thing. Now, if you have it against the window, you always need to make sure that you have strong curtains, that at night you cannot see the moonlight coming in, because when you see the moonlight coming in, it disturbs your frequency. Yeah. So have, blacked out curtains, or have definitely a headboard, because a headboard is always giving you the feeling of a power. You can sit up, you're like a queen in that space. Yeah. So definitely do that. And also, if you cannot put your, if you still want to see for example, the sea, and you put it on another wall and it's not towards your good direction, definitely activate your 4 directions in your bedroom. I had times also that I couldn't do it, yeah, because of the layout, because of closets, because, the way things are laid out. The priority is always seeing the door. So you see people coming in, because who is or these people? It's your partner, it's your children, it's God coming into
Mm.
your space, right? So do that first. And if you cannot, and if it doesn't feel comfortable that you don't sleep towards a good direction because it's the window and you don't want that, then put it back, but make sure you see the door and activate your 4 directions. Yeah. Because perfect feng shui is not always possible, but try to do as much as you can. Activating your directions is sometimes stronger than sleeping the right direction.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Okay. All right, you're welcome.
That's amazing. And how do you activate the four directions?
So you just, first of all, always look at your compass. You hold it in the center of your bedroom, and then see where's my success direction. What does what is there right now? Like if in your success direction you have a garbage can, that's a wrong message. So always think, what is the message I want in my success? So in a bedroom, I would not focus too much on business, right? But it could be that you put books, biographies, you could put images that are like for travel. It could be that you feel like I can put spiritual books because, or something that when you look at it, it inspires you to live a good life. Yeah. Now in your business, your workspace, you will of course go more towards business. Yeah, but it could be even a book, for example. People say, like, I want to attract abundance even if I'm sleeping. And I'm like, well, you could put a book on like Happy Money of Ken Honda, or, books that just like give you a positive message. And definitely in the bedroom, activate your relationship direction because you want to create romance there. So an image of a single person never tells romance. Yeah. But sometimes you put too much spiritual images in your bedroom too. Like somebody told me recently, they put an image of two angels above their bed. They're like so cozy, kissing each other. I said, yeah, but angels don't make love. They are love. So that's not the right image. Yeah. So you can have sometimes too much spirituality around you. Now, if you want to put something spiritual, always put it in your wisdom direction, even in your bedroom. Yeah, because there it is the right frequency for you. Okay, and definitely in your bedroom, activate your health direction. So you can work again with colors, and of course you can go to the book Feng Shui Your Life. There are other books on Amazon like the Energy Number book that can help you to go next steps with working on your energy and how to activate, and gives you inspiration what you can place in all these directions. Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you, Nikki, for the question. We're going to bring Stephanie on board, and then I think it was Maria had a question. This is an amazing opportunity, guys, to ask Marie Diamond in person about your personal life. Where do you get this? So take advantage of this. We're not going to have a lot of questions. So, yeah, raise your hand if you want to have it applied to your life. Here's Stephanie for you, Marie.
Okay. Hi, Stephanie.
Unmute yourself, Stephanie, and show your camera if you can, please.
How do I show my camera?
There's on the bottom there, you can hit, I think she got herself out of it. We'll find her
Oh,
again.
okay, well, but I just want to share with people, if you cannot have all the questions answered now, that you also can go to my Instagram, Mary Diamond Official. There are a lot of videos and tutorials there, and people ask me and DM me questions there. So you can
Mhm.
always do that.
Good, beautiful. Okay, here she is. And that's important because not everybody will know their questions right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully this works for you, Stephanie. If not, just send a message in the chat. I'll read the chat. Not sure that it works for her. I'm going to hand her a mic. Okay. Okay, we can hear you now. Okay, and we
Okay,
can hear you.
great.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Marie. Nice to see you, and thank you for being here. And unfortunately I missed the first like 15 minutes. I was on another Zoom, so I was catching what I can. And actually, a question I've had for a bit is this creative space that I'm in now. It's my studio, and I'm setting it up. And I'm kind of in a situation where my door is behind me, because the way it's set up, I have all these books over here, but I do have a big window going outside.
Mhm.
So I'm wondering, I know it'd be more ideal to be able to turn around and look at the door, but I don't know if I can, given how I need to use the space. So I
Yeah,
don't know if
of
you
course.
yeah.
Yeah. And so it's, if it's not possible, because like I said, it's not always possible, right? So the first thing I would do is make sure you have a high back chair. Yeah. So a chair like mine, like you're protecting yourself. So you are like totally protected because anything that comes from the back, you don't see it. So the second thing is get yourself a little mirror so that you can
What
put
I was
left
thinking.
or right from
Yeah, I
you.
was thinking
Yeah.
that would I would do
Okay.
that.
So
Yeah.
that you can see in your peripheral view what is going on behind you. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not as strong as your power position. And you could even, what you could do, because I know you like looking like this, you could put even a little like a table to the right. Yeah.
Mm,
Where you can like even turn around
yeah.
towards
And
and
do
do
some work. Mhm.
like little computer or something on it so that when you send emails out when you're on Zoom it will be actually better. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that still as you're working you can take your laptop, you can work, but when you're working with people, turn yourself and put yourself in a power position.
I hear you, but I will say that I'm also a creative. Like I'm editing video, I'm working on
Yeah.
photography, and I'm doing
Yeah.
things like that. So in a way, I want to be in my zone.
No, no, I
Yeah.
understand that, but
Yeah.
it's also you're wanting to be paid and get abundance for all the things you do, right?
Okay.
So the
Yeah.
second thing I would love for you to do, you have a mirror behind you.
Yes.
Yeah. So having a mirror behind you, it's like you are creating the opposite all the time. Yeah. So what I would suggest, hang a curtain there. Yeah. So that as you're working, you don't see, because if you do that little mirror and then you see another mirror, it kind of doubles all the workload. Yeah.
Okay.
So just put a curtain or a screen in front of it because it otherwise you are not getting the recognition that you need because everything is upside down. Okay. Thank you so much for your question and good
Yeah.
luck with your solutions. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Marie. I'm going to read you some questions from the chat.
Okay.
We can maybe
Okay.
answer them quickly, and then we'll bring Susan on stage, and that'll end our question and answers.
Yeah.
So here's the question from Ari. When buying a home or building a home, is there a guide you have how to build your home, or do you just do the feng shui, do the rooms in feng shui?
Yeah. No, of course, there is a next level, right? When you want to buy a home or rent a home. So the first thing I always would do is take your compass with you in every home you're going to look for and see if the front door, stand in the front door looking out. So that could be to the hallway of an apartment building, could be to a garden. If the front door is facing one of your good directions, it will be a lucky house. That's the first thing. The second thing, go into the master bedroom and see if you can sleep with your head towards a good direction and still be in a power position. Now, it's possible you say, well, my partner and me, we have different numbers. That's possible. Make sure the bedroom is given to one person and that the front door works for the other person. So that is how I look at it. And of course, there's many things around landscape and so on. So, but that's like, you need to then take courses for that, right? So, but this is a good start.
I love it. That's super powerful. I love that you're creating, priorities. And this is another question, Marie, that's coming, and it speaks about priorities. What is more important, that I'm facing the door or that I'm facing my power direction?
Well, if you are facing the door, if you see the door in your peripheral view, so that your peripheral view is like this, like we don't see here, right? We see only this when we look forward. If we see the door in that field, we are in a power position. So I'm not really facing that. That's the door. I don't face it directly, but I still see it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's beautiful. So even if you would be laying in your bed and you would have the door here, and you could see it by turning your head, does that
Yeah, but
count?
the moment you turn your head, you don't see it anymore normally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if like you have a wall and you have a door left or right on the same wall, you are not in a power position because if you wake up, you need to see it. Yeah.
Hmm.
So if you need to turn your body like this to see the door, then you're not in a power position.
Okay. That's very good advice. Thank you. Good. And then Malika is asking, I have a painting from my husband's side on a wall and it is dark. He's refusing to remove it from that wall. So what do I do? Imagine gold pouring from it. What else can I do to make it more positive?
Okay. So first of all, I would love for you to check out based on his energy number, right? And so you will see when you go to the compass, you can get other energy numbers. So you can click on that and then put in his information. Then you have to send it to his app. You won't see the compass because you can only do the compass on one number, but you can already see like, oh, what is it doing to him having that? Yeah. Or what is it doing to you? Let's say it's in your health direction. Now that painting can really disturb you, right? So then make sure you put like a light under it. Yeah. Like you put a light that kind of pushes the light up. Yeah. So
Mhm.
that in a way you're shining lights up. So you kind of remove the negative energy to heaven. So that's something you can do. Or put a beautiful crystal that you activate with a positive intention. And perhaps you can say to your husband, it would be great if we put it a new frame and put it in like a gold looking frame. So then at least you're neutralizing some of the negative energy.
Beautiful. Very valuable advice. Thank you so much, Marie. One more question by Susan. I'm going to get you on stage and then we'll pop into our energy session, guys. Yeah?
Okay.
Susan, oops, lost her. Okay, not sure what happened. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's try again, Susan. Here she is. Okay, handing her the mic. And then make sure to just unmute yourself and unmute the camera. Okay, here we can hear you.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, Marie. Nice to meet you. I'm so happy you're here today with us. So thank you for that. I have a quick question. So what you said is basically, if you look into your house, you always find the success. You always be in the middle and find the success area, right? And
Yeah,
so whatever inspires that room, you put a little something there, right? So if
yeah,
I have a bedroom, I put something that inspires me in the success area, right?
yeah.
Okay, so I have a question for meditation. So if I'm in my meditation room and I do a general meditation, would I then basically make sure I face the health or the wisdom, sorry, the wisdom area?
Yeah, if it's general, you just focus on your wisdom
But
direction.
I'm looking
Yes,
straight at it. I'm not in the direction. So I'm looking in
you're
towards
looking
the
at it. Yeah,
at it.
because
Exactly.
the
Mm.
wind has to come into your chakras. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah, the
And if
chi
I
has to come towards you.
And if I ask for something specific, for example, health, I want to do healing, then I'm
Yeah.
facing the health area, right? The green
Correct.
area.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So
So,
that's how it works. So, for example,
mm-hmm.
when we do meditations in an in-person seminar, and I say, "Look, we're going to focus on clearing relationships," then all my students take their app and turn their chair towards the right direction. It's quite a strange look, but it really works, and they have faster insights and it feels like the energy that they're working on goes deeper into their body. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was
You're
it.
welcome.
Thank you.
Woohoo, amazing. Love it so much. Thank you so much, sweetheart. This is amazing, Mary Diamond. And, now you have offered that you lead us into an energy session.
Yes.
I just want to say thank you for all the wisdom you shared so far. You've shed a lot of light into how we can actually use that higher self vibration that we're working on every day here in the tribe, and literally have our environment reflect that back to us. So environment is stronger than will, right?
Yeah, it
And
is. Yeah.
the environment works on us 24/7 compared to where you put your willpower in or where you are consciously working on.
Correct.
It's
Yeah.
consciousness, and consciousness is only 20% of the time.
Yeah.
So literally what Marie offers is helping us 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So this is why this is so valuable, that we really match our environment with our highest aspirations to the best of our abilities, because then everything you put in, the work you do, your morning programming, your evening programming, your meditations, your high vibrational work, your recharging, everything goes into an abundant, fertile field that creates what you want more, right?
You said it so perfectly.
Thank you so much. And I'm really grateful. I heard a lot of wisdom pieces that I wasn't aware of, and I've been working with Feng Shui a lot. And so I'm really grateful for your deep wisdom. And you have so much experience and sharing that with us today.
Thank you.
Good. Okay. So I'm going to end this session, guys. We're not going to go into the lounge or breakout rooms today to honor Marie's time. We are going directly into the energy session. So if you're listening to the recording, stay with us. It's going to be just 2 minutes. I'll end this session and I'll start the next one. I love you so much. And I can't wait to hear what Marie will share with us in the next few
Thank
minutes.
you so much, Ria, for having me here in your Lemurian tribe.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And later I'll share more at the very end. I'll share your links one more time, and you get to please tell us a little bit more about how we can work deeper with you. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo.
Hello.